afternoon all, so got a few hours to spare, so I've just come to the river with my feeder rod. So I've got my swim feeder with maggots, still got a little bit of bait left over, but I have just called into the tackle shop, Culm Valley Tackle Shop, my local shop, and got half a pint of maggots just to top up what I have got. Obviously time's running out on the river now, we're getting closer to close season, so not very many opportunities left for myself, so I'm picking this one. I've been out this morning with my boy, he's had a football game away at Axminster. They won 2-0, which was a good result. So now he's off out playing with his mate on his bike. He's given me the go ahead to get lost for 2 hours, so I'm here trying to catch a chub or perch or whatever might take the maggots. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some maggots out, get the feed going in, and hopefully grab a fish or two. So I have done a little video here before Christmas, and a lot has changed since then. We've had quite a few storms, so there's quite a few trees missing on the other side at the minute. So we got that massive one up there, we got limbs off of here, one line across the back of the water. This swim used to be kind of overhung with trees, and it was always tricky. Fine if you're trotting, you can cast a bit up further and you can get right in, but it was always a little bit tricky to get your bait right back as far because of the branches. So I thought I'd give it a go here just to see if anything's changed with the fish, but I feel pretty confident, to be honest. So beats being anywhere else at the minute. It's just starting to spit. It's really warm. I hope the rain don't come too much. It doesn't look like it's gonna, but I've got 2 loads of washing at home on my line, so I'm hoping it don't come to too much. Alright, let's see if we can get a fish. Fish? Here, fishy, fishy. So I've just had my first little chub on the maggots. Let's try and hold them a little bit better. There we go. It's not a bad start. It's probably my 2nd or 3rd cast. I'm gonna slip him back out there. I might keep him in the net just for a minute, just to see if I get a quick bite straight away. You won't hurt resting there for a second. Nope, he's just swam out the net. Oh well, off he trots. So got another fish on straight away. That took literally seconds. It's gone into the bank. Come out of there. On, there's a load of brambles and stuff down there. Come on. Oh. He's out, thankfully. Looks to be about the same size as the other one. She goes in the net. So, number 2. It's got a bit of a fatter belly, this one. He's about the same length. Don't know if you can see that, but he's got plenty of maggots down his throat. So all this feeding up slowly and regularly is doing the job. Right. Pop you back down there for a minute. Oh, he's just spat out all the maggots in my net. I'm just going to keep him there for a minute. Get this rod out again. It's quite a quick response that time. Both hooked really well, just on the side of the lip, no disgorging needed. Putting on about 3 maggots. That's 2 chub, lovely chubbly. Be nice to hook into one twice that size. Be nice to get a perch or a gudgeon or a dace or a roach. The eels can stay away, don't really want an eel, and I certainly don't want a trout. Yeah, another chub, maybe twice the size of that would be a good reward. Just kept firing in a few maggots again. I'm only doing about 10 at a time with a catapult, just trickling them in. So I'm not using my normal Drennan twin tip today. I was really fortunate enough, one day I went into it was a bit like an antique shop, brick and brack I suppose, in Exeter, and I seen this rod and I looked at it and I thought, Christ man, that looks almost brand new. I ended up paying 20 quid for it, and I'm not sure whether it is brand new or the previous owner really took care of it, but I managed to be lucky enough to get a Pro Specialist twin tip Daiwa. Got my Daiwa reel on as well, not a bait runner this time, but yeah, 20 quid. I've used this rod on the canal already with the Avon tip, float fishing, but I've never used it with the what was it, quiver tip on the end. It's a bit thicker than my Drennan rod. Not sure how heavy it is, I haven't read what it said on the rod properly, but it's got an orange tip. I'm normally used to watching a white tip. The Drennan you can change the last section, I don't know, 1.5 foot, maybe a bit more, 20 inches, and put various different tips on, but this one's straight through. I bought it mainly for if I was to go barbel fishing at all, with a bit more oomph to it, so I can cast out some bigger weights. So yeah, I thought I'd give this one a go today. So yeah, I was quite lucky to find this rod. I didn't buy it when I first saw it. I got home and I thought, you know what, I should have bought that rod. And about a week later I drove past it again, and on the off chance I went in and it was still sat there. So you can never have too many fishing rods. Oh, so just to my left on the other side of the river there's a dipper. So just where there's a little inlet over there, so we've traced that inlet and it goes right back to Goodaford Fishery, which is a carp and match fishery. They've got, I don't know, 3 ponds there that you can fish by day ticket. So I know a young lad's had a bream from this spot where I'm fishing, and it makes you wonder whether, you know, these fisheries, there's another fishery at the bottom of this stretch as well called Upton Lakes, and they've got a stream that feeds the river down that end. So any escapees from these fisheries, they can come into the river from these little points here, which is good for us up the river, to catch something different now and then. Be nice to get a bream today, but I very much doubt it. But you never know. You never know what might turn up when you're fishing near these outlets. Well, I had a little bite just now and I missed it. I'm just wondering whether I spent half an hour here now. I've had 2 fish. I've only got a short time scale, so I don't know whether just to go down, I don't know, 20-30 meters, have a go there and see if we can pick something off there. I might give it one more cast here. I might actually go straight in front of me. I've not done that yet, directly where I've been firing the maggots. I know they won't be sinking there, but they'll be going down. But starting to think those 2 chub that I've had might have gone and towed the rest. Something had a nibble then. So, I don't know if you remember my last video, I lost a swim feeder on a snag. I think it might have been in between rocks or something up the river on the Culm stretch. And I said I don't normally lose fishing gear. Well, second cast in this swim, I have got trees overhanging in front of me here, but I should have stood up really to cast, but I didn't. I done it the lazy way, which resulted into the trees. So I've lost a swim feeder again. I know the hook's still in the tree because I can see the red maggots. Hopefully that's all. The point of the hook's in the tree. So I've just set up again. I did have a bite on the first cast from here, but now I'm all good to go again. So I'm going to stand up and do it properly this time. So all the trees that have fallen down and all the limbs that are missing have all gathered up here right in front of me. I think that's going to be there for some time now. The reason why it's stopped right there is because probably 15-20 years ago there used to be 2 trees on this side and one sunken and fell across, and you could always see that one under the water. So obviously anything now big like all this lot gets caught up on the tree that's under the water, and yeah, it's making a fair old mess there now. I can't see anyone soon coming to clear that out. You're going to need some pretty big machinery, I reckon. It's a shame. Maybe it might get gone if we have more floods in the future. I'm sure it's quite a haven for perch and the chub, but I don't fancy casting anywhere near close to that. Don't want to be losing fish in amongst all that lot. But I guess I could fish maybe 6 foot in front of it and maybe, you know, trickle some maggots in and see if I can pull anything out. But at the minute I'm fishing in the gap of the trees over here. That's where I had my bite just now, and then also lost my shit. I can also see a float over there as well, so somebody else has had a little go here at some point. So, well, I've had very little action in this little spot. I've had the odd knock, could have been minnows I guess, I'm not sure. Just a few vibrations, nothing to warrant me staying here, so I think it might be time to pick the rod up and go for another stroll a bit further down. Give it a go there, see what happens. I just don't think it's gonna come to anything in this spot. It's a bit awkward, the bank's quite steep. Looks so fishy though, with all the trees overhanging and all the snags just a bit further down. It's calling out for fish really. I'd like to fish the bit to my left, but the other side of these brambles there's a tree gone down, and you could say it's fishable, but I don't know, it's a bit you know, there's a tree there if you get anything, and I wouldn't want to get something and then lose it at my feet all snared up, so give that bit a miss. I could probably cast upstream, but don't really like doing that. It's always nice to have the line going with the flow of the water. So yeah, I think I'm going to move. Well, that was quite promising. So first cast resulted in quite a good bite. May have struck too early, but loading the swim feeder up. Let's pop him back out there. See if we can connect to one. Boom. Come on, chub. Yep. Oh. There we go. That was pretty responsive. Come on. There we go. This one's got a few little marks on it, but lovely little chub anyway. Let's pop them in the net. Get my hook out the net. Let's just stick him down here for a minute. Let's get this rod out. Another one. The other chub's just still lying in my net. He's free to go, but he's just happy sat there at the minute. There goes that one. Yes. Chub number 4. It's getting a little bit bigger. Ideal, that's what it's about, isn't it? Lovely. Hook out the net. Let's just sit him back in the water for a minute. Result. Where's me line? There it is. Oh, that was a funny bite. He's in the net as well. What's that, number 4, number 5? I'm starting to lose count now. I think it's number 5. They're all about averaging the same sort of size, which is nice. Just hope we can get something bigger. Let's pop back in the net. Let him rest for a minute. And I think I might change my maggots. They're a bit slimy and snotty and sucked out. It was a very odd bite, that. So I've just casted it out straight away. I'm only fishing about, I don't know, 12-14 foot away from me, and yeah, it was kind of really an odd bite. So I thought, I'm just going to tighten up, and then it went slack, tightened up, and then it went slack. So it was obviously on there. As soon as I connected to the fish, it woke up. Good little scraps. This one's still in the net. Just going to release it now. Go on then. Go back and tell your mates. He's a bit sandy, this one now. We're getting a little bit smaller. This one's a little bit lively still. Smallest one so far. Going to get this one straight back. Nice. So I've just gone I've just started fishing off the spot that I was fishing. I've just gone a bit further down river, and straight away with another chublet. This feels a better fish. Might be wrong. Hell of a bite. I see the maggots and the hook. Come on. There we go. There's the hook right in the scissors. Oh. Come on. Oh, another one. It's probably my biggest one so far. It's got a black spot on the top of its body, so it'll be easily recognised. Quite enjoying this little outing. It was only meant to be a couple of hours. I might just give it one more. I'm sure I've not heard from my son, so that's all good. He obviously don't need me. Result. Yeah, boy. Well, I've certainly christened this second-hand rod of mine. It's done me well. You know, I have used it, but with a different tip on the float, like I said earlier. But yeah, the first time with a quiver tip end on the Culm, chub fishing. It's doing its job. It's got a lovely action. The reel that I've got on there is nicely weighted to it. It feels nice. Might have to use this on the canal as well for the tench. Yeah. God, this fella's absolutely pristine. He had a mouthful of maggots again, so they're still feeding quite well out there. So let's get this one back. I don't know if you can see. Not sure if you can, but I'm going to get him back. See if we can get another one. Well, I should be thinking about going home really, but it's just too good at the minute. I've not heard from Ruben. Phone's stayed quiet, so that's all good. I have got to think about my dog Fred. He's down my mum's at the minute, chilling out. But yeah, I was only meant to be here for 2 hours. I think I must be on my third now, so I've done all right today. And I'm sure if I stayed longer and walked further down, I would catch more. But I'm just going to give it a few more goes here, I think. And see what happens, and then maybe head home. There we go. I don't know whether this is number 9 or number 10, but this is a lovely one. This one's mint as well. It's got a bit of a fatter belly to it. It's not quite as long as the other one I had, but welcome all the same. Quite enjoying this session. Let's get it back, maybe one more, and then better clear off, I think. Well, I'm so glad I called into my local tackle shop to top up my maggots, because I probably wouldn't have caught half as many chub today. I would have ran out of bait ages ago. I'm getting don't know, I've not got very many left now. Probably got enough for maybe 6 more casts. I said I was going to go home. I just will stay here until I've used them up. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. That last fish that I had, I was getting really light bites, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I'm going to move it. And as I picked it up, whether it took it on the move, but it just hit it straight away as I was reeling in. So didn't really think I had a fish on. I was just going to move it. Glad I did. There's me worried what my son is doing. I can just see him now on his bike with his mate. McDonald's? Well, that's a first. Sat here doing my thing, and then someone's flying a bloody drone, and it was just about to come under all the trees where I am and go across my line, the bloody tool. Hope he crashes it. Got all the river. Well, the guys just apologised to me, the one with the drone, which was nice. Apparently he didn't see me here. It's been there long enough, but he said sorry, so we're all good. Bites have dried up at the minute, so boys are hungry by the sound of things, so it looks like I'm going to have to go and do the dad thing. But I've been catching chub while I've been here, which is the object. It's been very enjoyable, and yeah, not very many maggots at all now. Bye-bye. See you later, mate. Just be nice to pull one more in and then off we go. Last cast. Oh, always helps to take the bail arm off. Come on, Chub, let's have one more so we can go home. Right, a few maggots left. I'm going to chuck them in. One empty box. So that's it now. Rod is still out at the minute while I pack everything away in my bag. So once again, thanks for watching me on the Culm fishing for chub. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to comment. I get back to all my comments. It's nice to have chats with people, meet different people. Well, not meet them, but you know, speak to you on through the group and whatnot. So yeah, it's been a good session. So have a good evening and tight lines, and we'll see you again soon sometime, hopefully. Happy days.